You're staring at a blank screen, you have no idea what to post about. After working as a brand strategist for over a decade, I know there are 7 things that you can do to have content for days and you'll never get into a creative block. Watch until the end because number 6 is something that nobody talks about. Let's dive in. Number 1, talk about your before and after. Talk about that transformation that you underwent. You could talk about yourself 5 years ago because trust me, there are people who want to be where you are today. You see this all the time in health and lifestyle where they'll show someone that's very overweight to someone that has transformed and is shredded. That is a before and after. You can do this in your own business, where you started out 5 years ago, where you are today. It's very simple. With that, answer problems that you have solved. You've probably solved a lot of things in this time frame. You could use testimonials, you could use insights, whatever you choose. It's a source of content. Number 2, repurpose client questions. I have clients DM me, WhatsApp me, call me all the time. And what I do is I take the questions that they have and I put it in an idea bank. And the reason for this is I know that if they have this question, other people do as well. Collect all the questions that your clients ask you and use that as content. Even yesterday, a client called me up asking me this question: how do you position your brand to be monetized? It was a fantastic question. What I did, I put it in my content idea bank to answer this in a webinar, LinkedIn post, YouTube video, because that's a question people have and they want answered. Number 3, social media tools. A lot of people sleep on this, by the way. And I would say the number 1 place for that, I think, Reddit. You have Reddit, LinkedIn, Instagram, all these social media platforms with real people having real questions. These questions should be answered, especially if they're in your field. Then who should answer them? It's you and I, right? Then collect all these questions from Reddit, actually all the social media platforms, put them in an idea bank, go back to that and make content about it. For example, I go to Reddit all the time and I type in branding, personal branding. It gives me a list of questions and conversations that people are having about personal branding, brand strategy, positioning. And I pick and choose, collect them, and I make content about it. Because if they have these questions, they have these discussions, it means there is interest within a certain topic, a certain field. There might be confusion about a certain thing. I clarified, and even more important, I might play the villain. I might give my own opinion, my hot takes. That's what content is about. Getting engagement on your content is you sharing your opinion. There are people who are for it, there are people who are against it. And when these conversations happen, you get engagement. Number 4, your own story is great for content. You've lived a rich life with a lot of things that have happened, even daily things that happen, you can use as content. Your days and your life are lessons learned, your successes, failures, everything can be used as content. It doesn't mean you should trauma dump. You could use experience from your life as an example for someone else to realize and to have understanding. There are small lessons, small hacks that you have daily, weekly, monthly, even quotes and words that you think of. Like I have a quote file where I put all these sayings that come to my mind. Like today, one came to my mind. It's a bit dark. The quote that came to mind was, "A divided village will be ruined." I told you it's a bit dark, but I could use that quote as an example saying, if you are not focused on your specific niche, on your specific thing, your mind is divided and you cannot win. You see what I did there? I used something that came to mind today and I could make content about that, whether it's about personal branding, whether it's about brand strategy, whether it's about branding. I could use that as a metaphor, as an example to clarify a point I'm trying to make. So don't forget these. It's very important in your daily life. Collect these things. That's why I say we don't create content, we collect content. Whether it's pictures, videos, collect things from your life that are used later as content. Number 5, analyze your competitors. And I'm not saying you should steal. Look at what your competitors are doing. Look at what your competitors are saying. What is working for them, what is not working for them, and give it your own spin. For example, a competitor could say, I closed the biggest deal ever, but You are not in the tech industry to close such a big deal. You are just a one-man show making pizza. Then how can we spin that? You could say, I made the biggest pizza ever in 10 minutes. I used an example from a competitor and made it my own. You could do the same. These are all ideas to get content. So you could look at a competitor's page, one in your niche or one outside your niche, and you could give your own spin-off. Imagine how much content is out there. You could do this with every content, with your own opinion, your own spin-off, and have content for life. You will never run out of content ideas. Number 6, and this is by far my favorite. As I said, nobody talks about this. It's kind of contradictory. The reason is, okay, here's the deal. I want to help you build the strongest brand ever. And that is the reason I'm giving you my experience the past 15 years being a brand strategist for free. My only ask is for you to drop a like, and if you find value in this content, please subscribe so that others who just like you are trying to build their brand can find this channel. Thank you, I appreciate it so much. Back to the video. Number 6 is get off the screen, take rest. When you're focused on one thing, you get stuck. That is when a creative block happens. For example, you're writing, you want to write a book. If you're focused on that 10 hours a day, you'll get into a creative block because your brain is just so focused, has no time to breathe. But when you close that laptop, you take a walk or you work out or you do anything other than that which you were doing, you can realize that ideas come to mind. You start seeing things, you start connecting dots. It's because your brain has time to breathe, your mind has time to rest. Take time off, take rest. That is the most important thing that will help you never to be in a creative block, but also will help you to have content for days. Number 7, brainstorm with AI. AI is here to stay, whether you like it or not. I kept AI until number 7. Why? Because I want you to try number 1 till number 6. That will be more than enough. But if you still are in a creative block, if you still do not know what to post, what to write about, if you're still staring at a blank screen with no content idea, then use AI as your friend. Don't let AI do the work for you. Brainstorm with AI. AI can give you ideas, can give you insights, can allow you to think about things or see things differently with a different perspective, and use that as content. If you do these 7 things correctly, you will always have content and your well will never run dry. If you're serious about building a strong and impactful brand, then you'll definitely want to watch this next video.